Hello everyone, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I review it so you don't have to. So, what's up everyone? I remember it so you don't have to. But we are reviewing Deadpool 3, but what it's really called is Deadpool and Wolverine. So, that's a good title because it's less boring than the regular Deadpool 3. And we're gonna get into spoilers in a little bit, but we're starting off with some no spoilers, I guess. Before I even get into this movie, let's talk about some of the other Marvel movies. I always liked Spider-Man and the Avengers movies, and recently there's been a lot of news with that. Robert Downey Jr. is gonna play another role in the MCU in the upcoming Avengers movies and Fantastic Four and all types of stuff. But not to talk too much about that. What other Marvel movies were there recently? I guess I did like Ant-Man 3, Guardians 3. I did actually rewatch all the Spider-Man movies, and I rewatched the Avengers movies, you know, Endgame, Infinity War, and stuff surrounding that. I rewatched it, you know. How did I set up people going into this movie? I was like, well, Deadpool is a rated R movie and superhero, and it's really funny. Something I had to explain that I didn't want to explain was the rights that, you know, it's called Deadpool and Wolverine, so also with all the advertising and everything. By the way, this was a hard movie not to get spoiled. I promise you, because I already got spoiled on so many things before I even went to the movie. So I was watching the movie and I was like, all right guys, watch, something's about to happen. But all right, before we even get into that, I had to get into the rights about how the X-Men movies and the Deadpool movies were by Fox, and Sony had the rights to superheroes, and the big question was, so who bought them? Disney. So Disney bought it, and not to get too much into that, did I watch Deadpool 1 and 2 before going into Deadpool 3? I mean, I have seen them before, but I have not seen them in a long time. I might have not even seen Deadpool 2, but I have seen Deadpool 1. I might have seen Deadpool 2 and it might have been forgettable, but I know that one had cable. And alright, we're getting into the review, guys, so spoilers start now. So the movie starts off, and just like we were saying, like, if you haven't seen all the X-Men movies even, like, I probably haven't gone back and watched all the X-Men movies in a long time. And, you know, it would get you intrigued to go and do that, but this movie starts you off and, you know, it makes references to what happened in Deadpool, how they left off, but they completely spoil the Wolverine story and the X-Men story. But it's okay because it pokes fun at it. And what happens is this Wolverine is not the same Wolverine, because that Wolverine died. So they went into the multiverse, you know. Before we even get there, you know, Deadpool starts off the movie with digging up Wolverine's, you know, dead body with the adamantium, you know, armor, and it's an awesome, you know, battle. And I'm not gonna get into every detail in every scene, but the music, you know, the music was great, and I'm sure, you know, women will agree. Pretty soon it goes into somebody's trying to change the multiverse and destroy universes, and I would explain more if I could, but pretty fast we get into Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, and there's a lot of cool, there's a lot of cool comic book references. So if you haven't noticed, I got some comic book here. So one more time, guys, in the show and tell. So in the show and tell here, we have the first appearance of Deadpool here from the New Mutants 98. And we have my autograph from Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool, on one of my favorite comic covers here featuring Deadpool from one of my favorite artists, Ben Harvey. So check him out, guys. And he even drew a Deadpool balloon. You can watch me get this autograph on my YouTube channel. There was a lot of cool comic book references. Wolverine with the eye patch, Wolverine, you know, being crucified or whatever's going on there. Wolverine fighting the Hulk, like the Todd McFarlane cover. It was really cool. But, you know, what was the story gonna be like? It poked a lot of fun at how the 20th Century Fox was being buried, and it had a lot of Mad Max references. But pretty soon, alright, one of the biggest surprises of all was Chris Evans himself, Captain America, Chris Evans. He actually appeared in the movie because back in the day there was 2 Fantastic Four movies, Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer, and he played Johnny Storm, you know, the Human Torch, and he reprised his role. And you know, that's such a joke because now he's more famous for playing Captain America, and you know, he's pretty much done with that role. But it was really cool for him to come back, you know, same way Hugh Jackman. And that was awesome, and he was really funny, and they didn't kill him off right away, but they do kill him off fast. And this movie had a ton of humor. So funny. I'm not even getting into all the jokes, but that could be a whole nother topic by itself. You know, Chris Evans was only the beginning of, you know, the cameos, because not gonna lie, guys, I've been buying modern comic books and going to the comic shop, and something that they've been hinting at was the return of Wesley Snipes as Blade, and I couldn't believe it that it actually happened. Like, he came back in this movie, and he wasn't alone. He came back with Elektra, and they said, "What about Deadpool?" They were like, that sucks, but it's okay. I said Deadpool, but I meant no Daredevil. They poked fun at Daredevil. And there was one more, X-23, because X-23 played a big part in Logan's timeline or Wolverine's. So, of course, she came back. So they had Gambit, played by Channing Tatum, you know, from 21 Jump Street and Magic Mike. Channing Tatum, I don't know, Gambit is such a cool character, and I don't know, it might be controversial. You might have loved it, you might have hated it, but at the end, I think, you know, you couldn't stop but love it. You know what I mean? You couldn't not laugh. It was funny, and I enjoyed that a lot. Like, even though it was kind of a minor role, and the whole story kind of didn't hold that much weight, but it was a really good experience. You know, I was telling people at least watch it once. But there was more surprises. You know, there was a villain who is the twin sister of Professor X, and she was really powerful and she was a cool villain. But you know, fast forward, they get into a big battle. The special effects are great in this movie. You know, it had a lot of fan service. It had so many surprises, and also these were also surprises that I almost thought would never happen. I actually, like, a lot of people were betting on this stuff happening, but I never thought it would actually happen. And stuff like this is so cool to me. Even if it's just a little bit, less is more, it's awesome. But another awesome part of the movie was Happy Pool, right? Happy Pool and the dog, and that was really funny. Ryan Reynolds killed it in this movie, and so did Hugh Jackman. They killed it in this movie, guys. Ryan Reynolds, not only did he kill it as Deadpool, he had to play 2 roles, and he had to act to himself, and it was awesome, guys. And that dog was awesome. And Deadpool himself is so funny with the mask on, with the mask off, and he's got his best friend and everything. But later on in the movie, the Deadpool multiverse goes crazy. The Deadpool multiverse breaks open and we see Ladypool, right? Or Lady Deadpool, that's what it's called, Lady Deadpool. And not just that, there was Gunslinger Deadpool, there was Samurai Deadpool, they had a pirate in the background, they had Kid Deadpool, they had Baby Deadpool. That was a really cool scene for me. I thought that was cool, and I thought it added a lot to the cosplay community. And a lot of those characters, you know, are such cosplay icons. It was awesome to see them get their justice. Pretty soon we arrived to the end of the movie. Who saves the day? The best friend. And Deadpool wanted to sacrifice himself. Wolverine wanted to sacrifice himself. But at the end, the day was saved. And it had a good message. It had a good message that even if you're not saving the universe, you matter. You matter to your friends and family around you. And who knows if we're gonna see more Wolverine and Deadpool in the future. Oh man, let me know what you thought about this movie, guys. Deadpool and Wolverine, man. Another thing to note, Hugh Jackman put on the classic comic book Wolverine suit for the first time. He put on the Wolverine mask for the first time. Deadpool got a new costume. He got multiple new costumes between all the different universes. But man, let me know what other Marvel movies you guys are looking forward to. Of course, I'm looking forward to Spider-Verse. Whenever Spider-Verse drops, I'm always looking forward to new live-action Spider-Man movies. But I guess we're gonna have to wait until the new Avengers to hear from all our favorite superheroes. I guess they're gonna appear in those movies. I guess Spider-Man will be in the Avengers movies. I guess all these guys are gonna be in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday or whatever it's called. But anyways, guys, this has been me, Go Carlo. I don't know what more to say about this movie. It was fucking awesome. Eat some fucking chimichangas. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, YouTube. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing. Why am I wearing this shirt? Because it's Avengers related. This is Natasha Romanoff, right? And this is Black Widow. This is Babe.